Hello, fellow crafters. I'm Cher Johnston, and welcome today to my happy place. I'm going to work on my Christmas journal, my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 2. I have to tell you that because it's been 3 years, I have an advantage in that I can go and look at everyone's. I go to the Facebook group and search for wreath, or you know, there's lots of videos out there, lots of ideas, lots of, stuff. Um, and today I'm going to do a bit of, I realized that I haven't done much ribbon embroidery lately. We're going to do that today. And I chose white because I don't have a color that I like, that I want to use. In the, this is 7mm, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to thread the needle on camera. I'm using a number 20 chenille needle. So you go back through and pierce the ribbon. And that holds it on the needle. And then I can either do a quilter's knot, or sometimes I just go back like this. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you all so much for your lovely comments. I'm starting to get a lot of comments. A lot of people are watching, and I want to thank you for hitting the like button and the hype button. I know that it's not available in all countries of the world yet, but hopefully it will be soon. It's next, you have to go to your mobile phone, and it's next to the like button, or not like next to it, it's in that general area. So hit the hype button. It really helps. It helps me out so much. It's designed for smaller channels like mine to help us grow, which I think is very nice of YouTube to do. So I wanted to be sure to say that, because I do appreciate the support. Now, I just kind of screwed up, but I didn't really. I'm doing a stem stitch, and I'm doing a knotted stem stitch. I think it's called a Portuguese knotted stem stitch. So you do basically a stem stitch and then go through and make a knot. And I'm not going to pull it too tight because I kind of want it a little bit loose. So I'm going to go, the stem stitch goes back one stitch like this. I'm keeping my ribbon down below the line, and then I'm going to pull through, and I want it kind of twisty, and then I'm going to go, see where there's two stitches, two ribbon stitches. I'm going to go through one time, then I'm going to go back through again and make sort of a knot like that. And there we go. And we're off to the races. So today we have a rainy day, and my kitty she goes from being very clingy and needy to, she was pretty clingy and needy for a while. And then she wanted to play, so we played. And um, now she's done with all that. She's taking a nap. I made a tent for her, and she loves her tents. I don't know if you guys ever make a tent for your cat, but I did a little research on it, and cats do love the whole tent idea. I could buy her like a tent sort of a thing, but um, I have lots of blankets. I have a blanket that I made that's on the couch that she seems to really like a lot. Like she has her favorite blankets. I have a crochet blanket on my bed that she likes also. I think she likes to get under the crochet blanket because she can still see, like she can see outside the holes. I think that's why she likes that one. All right. If I do this entire thing on camera, that would make for a very long video. And I think um, the reason that I started here is because I'm thinking I want just to there, and I'm going to put some leaves there. So, but I will show you. So I'm going to run out of thread here, or ribbon rather, and I'll show you what you do when you run out, because that would be helpful, right? I was watching a video today. I watch a lot of people on. Anyway, Sarah Humphreys, she's does embroidery videos, and she's been doing them for years. And she had a video that she did saying something about where she gets her ideas from, and I thought, well, this will be interesting. She just writes down, like she gets ideas and writes them in a book, and showed the book, and she's like, yeah, so I'm not going to run out of ideas. And I thought, that's a really good idea. I need to get a book and write down my ideas, because I will never run out of ideas. All right, so I just go to the back. Instead of completing this stitch and coming up here, I'm going to go to the back, and I'm going to I didn't really leave myself enough room to do a knot, so I'm going to just go through that stitch and then go through my stitch again. When you go through a stitch from the back, you have to be really careful, because I wouldn't normally stitch through ribbon. You have to be careful. This is the reason why. You have to be careful that you don't pull it from the top. You don't want to get it pulled from the top. And I'm just going to leave that a little bit. I did not back my fabric. Excuse me. This is some linen that I bought. I think it's linen. I assumed it was linen. I bought this at Hobby Lobby. I got like a quarter of a yard, and I thought it had cool colors for um, my Christmas journal. I measure from my hand to my elbow. That's what that was. So I try not to use more than, what is that, about 18 inches? And I'm going to thread the needle again, just to show you again. I'm going to go back this way. And that just holds it in place. And then I'm going to make a knot like this. It's not really a knot. It's just something to secure it to the back. Now, I want to go right there. So I need to pull this to the side, and I want to make sure that I don't puncture the ribbon. All right, now I can just go through here. There's those two ribbons. I'm going to go under there. Then I'm going to go under there again to make a knot. And then I'm going to finish this off camera. I think I like it when I do some of the things off camera. I can do more. Sorry, I just hit the camera. I can do more, and I do want to show you. Oh, here's the other thing I'm going to do off camera. But I do want to show you how I'm doing this. I have some felt here. I'm just going to cut strips like this. And then I'm going to take these strips and I'm going to cut them into little triangles. Or it's not a triangle, that's a diamond. Duh. See that? Little. I probably should get myself a pattern and do a pattern because they don't all look like diamonds. I'll do that. I also have this fabric that I might use for leaves, and I have this. I don't know if I like that for leaves. I think I'm going to wait until after I'm going to use my Inktense pencils, my Inktense blocks. Anyways, I'm going to paint this when I'm done, and I'll show you that. I'll be back. Okay, here we are. I don't normally like to film at night because, lighting, blah, 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 blah. So I have here, I have Derwent Inktense pencils. I also have these blocks. And I got a set of these 24 blocks. So I know that you can get these pencils. You can buy them separately. They're about $1.50. Well, you know what? I don't know what they are now. But they're not very expensive. You can get them at Hobby Lobby singly, just to try them. And I I wanted the blocks because when you sharpen the pencils, you waste a lot of that because, you know, but you can still use it. I once saved it and used it with all the shavings in. Oh, I forgot to get. No matter. Here we go. I'm going to use these. I have these two colors here. This one is called Baked Earth. And that's what that looks like. And then this one is Tan. And that's what that one looks like. And I have a very cheap brush. Doesn't matter. You don't need to have a specific point or you just need a cheapo brush because we're not, we're not, not really painting, I guess. I mean, we are kind of. I'm going to start with this Baked Earth. And I'm just going to touch this. Well, there we go. I'm going to mix up a little, a little in this little container here. I had a little tiny palette that I thought I brought over, but I didn't. All right, so this is a very diluted mixture. And I can always put on more. But you know what? I already put it straight on. There we go. I just kind of need it to be a little bit wet. Oh, and you know what else? I have some gold paint. I might do some gold paint and some gold paint splatters. That would be kind of cool. Let's do a little bit of this too. Just to make it look kind of, I don't know, variegated, kind of different colors. A little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to have to do more of this off camera because you get the idea. And I'm just going to, do more of this. And I don't know if I like the color, and I can't really tell because of the light. So the next thing that I'm going to do after this is I have these, I cut all the little leaves, and I'm going to put the leaves on. But I think I saw in a video that that Rachel did, I think she did some stitches on the little leaves before she stitched them down. And then I'm thinking I have this felt, and I don't know if you can tell the different colors. That's a bright red. This one is a deep dark red, and here's the bright red. It's pretty red. Then I have this other piece that's has black in it, but you can kind of see the black, but it's not too bad. And I might do that. And I have these really adorable little white beads. So I might sew these on with a white bead in the center. That might be kind of cool. But I'll come back and do more on camera probably tomorrow. Good morning. I think Mitzi's happy that I've joined her. She's still a little glum because it's still rainy. Not raining right now, but it is rainy. All right. Well, my paint is dry, so let's get back to our project. Okay. This is the Santa that I got from Rachel in my pack. I think I'm going to do some red painting with him. I think I'm going to use him. So I did watch her video where she did her, at least one of the videos. And she was smarter than I. And she stitched the leaves. She stitched the veins on the leaves before she stitched them down. That would have been the smart thing to do. But I guess I was just too anxious. So we're going to stitch them down, and I'm going to use, I have my green wool from the Sherry Iris kit, because I thought, wool and felt and all that. So I'm going to do a a fly stitch. I always forget the name of this stitch. I don't know why. Just think Y for fly. So it starts with a stitch down the center. Then I'm going to go up on this side and I'm going to go down opposite that one and back up right at the tip of that first stitch that I did. Okay, and then I'm going to travel just a bit. I'm going to go down there because these are just veins, remember? We're not making an entire leaf. Then I'm going to come up here. And I think I'm going to stab stitch this one, which means I just go down and pull through before I come back up. But I need to hold that thread in place. There we go. And again, I'm going to take this way up there. I'm not sure if I like this thread with this leaf because it's sort of the same color. Can't really see it very well. All right. Then we're going to stab stitch. I want to go right down at that edge. And I'm holding the thread so I can come back up in the middle. And then I'm going to just stab stitch into that leaf. Okay. So I did sort of start a little higher than I think I want the leaves. I think I want them to come down here further, but this will provide sort of a base of, I can put leaves on top of these. So it doesn't matter so much if I like these ones. Next I'm going to do a fly stitch. No, a fishbone. And you have to just imagine a line down the center because I'm not going to draw it in this time. So I'm going to go to the right of that center line. And again, I'm going to stab stitch this. You know what I just noticed? I did some little gold paint splatters, and I didn't think that they showed up gold, but now that I'm looking at it, they're showing up gold. And I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm going to come back up on the right hand side, and I'm going to cross over the line and go down on the left hand side of the center line. Then I'm going to come up on the left hand side of the center line, and this one might turn out a little bit wonky, but I don't care. I'm going to go down on the right hand side. This is more of like an open fishbone. I'm going to come up on the right hand side and go down on the left. Up on the left. Down on the right. I guess it's not really wonky, it's just open, sort of. This one for me was always easiest to remember when I looked at the back, because I'm going to go back down on the right. I'm up on the left rather. Then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to come back up on the same side, if that makes sense. I'm liking this. I am liking this a lot. Now the top of this one's probably going to be covered. In fact, these first two might just be completely covered. Now I'm gonna do, I saved these little pieces. I have these little tiny pieces because I thought maybe I might want to put them in as like fillers, because this is going to be sort of dimensional, if you know what I mean. Like I'm going to put more of these on right on top. Yes, I like that. So let's do, and I need to cover this completely. So let's come over here, and I'm just going to use this thread to tack this down. That one will completely cover. And then let's do I can get my wonky shaped ones here. For this one, I'm just going to do some straight stitches. I'm going to come up in that felt, go down, I don't have much to talk about, do I? So I'm going to do, I don't do designing on camera very well, but I do think I like that so far. So I think I'm going to turn off the camera and maybe put some more in place. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a different thread because I want darker, veins. And I'll be back. Alrighty. I want to take this opportunity right here, right now, to impart a bit of wisdom, artistic wisdom, to you. When I was teaching painting classes, I used to tell my students to take their, because they would finish each class with a piece of art, and I would tell them to take it home. If they didn't like it, take it home, put it out on the counter, leave it out overnight, and the toll fairies will come. And it'll be much better in the morning. But what actually happens is that you're in the next day, you're looking at it with different eyes, and you're looking at it from a different perspective. And I would also tell them not to compare their work to mine or to Donna Dewberry, because their work is theirs, and they should only compare themselves to what they did the day before. So I I decided on this thread because I like this. And you saw the sequins. I'm going to put sequins in there. This will be really cool. And I was thinking about those heart-shaped leaves. I don't know, though. Well, I can kind of do those without really doing the, okay. I'm going to do a buttonhole stitch for this leaf. So I'm going to stab stitch because I have so many layers here. I started at the outside edge. I'm going to go back up right next to where I started there. And then there's my first stitch. Then again, I'm going to go down really close to where I went down the first time. Then I'm going to come up. I did one of these before, and I did all the stitches really, really, really close together because I wanted to fill it all in. This time I'm not doing that. I don't want to fill it in. I want to be able to see the leaf behind there. But I also didn't want, see, that leaf was just disappearing against the background. So I had to have something that was going to make the leaf stand out a bit. And I think I found it. I think this is going to be Just beautiful, especially after I get those sequins in. Okay, so I'm going back down, not in the exact same spot each time, but kind of close. And I may put a stitch in the middle there later. And I'm using my stitches to sort of tack down the whole leaf and to outline it. And you see the stitch here? That might come out. You see, because I'm not liking it. Yeah, baby. It's my kitty. She says, hey. You probably saw her paws there. Okay, I'm going to go down here just to tack that down. And I'm going to take my itty bitty teeny tiny scissors. And I'm going to cut this. And let's see if I can find it on the back. Of course I can. Right there. But I went through it with my there. That's fine. Just cut it. There's the other piece. Now, if you remember, I started with this leaf here, and then I tacked the rest of these down. So I can cut these other I can cut those threads and not necessarily damage or, make it come undone. Okay. Oh, just poke myself. I'm not sure if I like that gap there. Um, I could always put a berry there, or a sequin. You can always hide those mistakes, errors. They're not mistakes. It's Bob Ross called it happy little accidents. Or it's what else is it called? It's called a design. Oh, I don't remember who said that. It's like a design alteration or a design element. You can pretend you planned it that way. Nobody knows. I won't tell. And you guys won't tell on me, right? So I want these more. Doesn't really look like a leaf, does it? Except that it's leaf shaped. It's a leaf shaped odd object in a wreath. So let's call it a leaf. I want the top, I want it to be shaped more like a heart. We did those before. The heart shaped um, leaves with the buttonhole stitch. Let's just put a stitch down the center. See what that does for us. Yeah, okay, I like it. Not bad. Now I think, I don't know if I should, no. You know what I'm going to do on this one here? I'm not excited. Let me just do this. Because I'm not that excited with this leaf. So I'm just going to end this off here. And then that way I can reserve the right to remove it later. Then I'm going to, oh, I'm going to go make a tent for my kitty. She does not like the cold. All right. I do like the fishbone stitch, but I'm going to come up here so that I can go down right at the tip there. I like it. I like it so far. This is not a fishbone. Oh, this is a fly stitch. I have this Christmas song in my head now from I watched Love Actually. Is that the name of it? Love Actually? I think it is. I love that movie. I watch it every Christmas. Sometimes even when it's not Christmas. But you know the song. I'm going to give it to you so you can have it in your head. All I want for Christmas is you. Ooh, 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 baby. Whoops. I almost went all the way through on this one. But no. There we go. I was looking at the thread and thinking how pretty this is. By the way, I usually mention this. I forgot to tell you what this is. This is Aurifil thread. It's 100% cotton. Number 12. It's like a pearl cotton made in Italy. And there's how you spell it. Aurifil. And this is the color 4182. I love this thread. There's a pink that I absolutely love to pieces. And I love pink and turquoise together. I think that's just a killer combination. But we're not going to do pink and turquoise today. We're going to do pink and red. No, we're going to do turquoise and red. Oh gosh, sometimes I think I should just not talk so that I don't say stupid things like that. All right. There's a lot of fabric in there. I think I might have to... Ho, ho, ho. I'm really liking this one. I think the other side, this side is going to need a ruffle or something. It's going to make it I don't know, so the page is not, it's a little less lumpy. Nice. There we go. All right, now I'm going to end this thread off. Wait, before I do that, I want a sequin right here. And I have to try this. Not tried this before. I'm going to try it today. I love these sequins. These came from Jennifer Clouston's starter pack. And aren't they lovely? Normally I would put a bead in the center, but I don't want a bead. I want a colonial knot. I have to say those weird things while I'm thinking. So a colonial knot goes like this. You make a backward C, put the needle in this way, and then back around this way. So you have a figure 8 there. And then I'm going to put it back in there and then stop. Then I'm going to pull the knot tight. And see, I don't know if this knot is going to be big enough to hold that sequin. Open it will. Ho ho! Look at that. Oh my gosh. My gosh and by golly. Look at that. Let's do another one of those. I'm obsessed now. Sorry for the reach. Okay, colonial knot. backward C, this way, around that way. So you have a figure of 8, and then put the needle back in and stop. I'm holding the needle from behind. And then I need to tighten it. All the way down as far as it'll go. And then I'm going to hold it with my thumb while I push it through. Oh my gosh, would you look at that? Just look at it. Okay, now I have to decide first if I want that gone. Ooh, I also need to put on, yeah, to put on these red, the berries. So, oh, for the sake of time, I'm going to do some of this off camera. That just prevents me having 2 separate videos to do one thing. Besides, I'm going to do stuff that I already showed you. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do this fly stitch on all of them. I think I'm going to do this this fishbone stitch on this one. See how we like it. So I'm going to stitch on the rest of the leaves, and then I'll come back and we'll do some berries together. Okay. I might still take this stitching off. I might just take that whole leaf off. I don't know. So I'm going to do these on camera. I used to never do, well, I used to try not to do beading on camera because it's tedious. But I can do a little bit and show you how it's done. So I have a number 10 millimeters needle. It's very, very, very skinny. I can't even get the needle threader in there. And I have some Nemo thread, NYMO, and it looks like this. I think I got black and white and gray, and all my gray is gone. And my black is, I still have some black. I have a lot of white because I lost it. Didn't know where it was, so I wasn't using it. So there we go. Now, for one thing, I want that really tight in there. And I want to do 2 stitches in between each bead. So I'm going to go back here to the back and do a stitch. And then I want to pull it nice and tight. See how it kind of makes that cup there? Sort of. And then I go again. Now, let's move these or I'm going to lose them. And I don't like, it didn't cup very well. So I'm going to go back up. And I'm not going to go through the bead. I'm just going to go down in the center. And pull it in a little bit. It's not going to budge much. But I definitely want to do a couple stitches between each of the berries. Don't do that. Don't poke yourself with the needle. Fortunately, it's a teeny tiny needle, so it doesn't hurt much. All right, this one's gonna go. It's gonna go right there in that sort of divot. So let's do a stitch up there and in the middle of that berry. Then I'm going to go back down. Yeah, see, I can't pull it any tighter than that. I'll have to do a couple stitches in the back. This also gets that silk ribbon tacked down properly. All right. These are 11-0 size beads. It means they're teeny tiny. I do love them so much. These little pearl beads. You get a pretty good sized packet. And I think I've used an entire packet, maybe two, in my lifetime, because I like them. I may end up using another one because I decided it's okay to do beads all over if you want. This one has a little, haha, there's a little black thread there. Put on sweatpants because I was cold. Now I'm kind of warm. Somebody mentioned that, I probably said this already, but if not, you're going to hear it again. Mentioned in a video that they had a little space heater that they use. And I thought, I have one of those in my closet. So I got it out. And when I was in there, I went, oh yeah, I have sweatpants. I have long sleeve shirts. I have, winter clothes. Didn't think much about it because I don't go out much. But I have winter clothes. All right, now, oh, I didn't put a bead in there. So this is just really boring. And I'm almost done, and I think I have an hour. Almost an hour. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to take all this stitching out because I don't like it anymore. Then I'm going to put on more sequins. Maybe another red thing, maybe more beads. I don't know. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to finish it off and then I'll just come back and show you. Okay, I think it's done. I'm not sure though. One of the things that I realized as I was watching Rachel and Sarah's videos over the last couple days, they did backgrounds first. And I'm not doing backgrounds first. But I'm also thinking of um, ways that I'm going to connect the pieces. Ways that I'm going to connect the pieces. And kind of working on that, kind of thinking about that. I also have lots of little clusters like this that I could put, that I could add in, or that I'm planning to add in. Yeah, but this might end up being enough. Or I might do, oh, no, I'm going to do ruffles at the end because you have to have ruffles and you don't want them all at the bottom. So the ruffles go in last, and I'm working on figuring out how I'm going to put it together. I think I want to do accordion style. And I might do a backing for the back side. I don't know. I have to figure it out. Don't forget to go on your phone and hit the hype button. I'm liking that hype button. And really show your support for me. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye.